Welcome to the mainframe. Let's get started. And today, the 10 best digital cameras in 2017. Okay, we admit it. It's an impossible question. The best camera for a pro photographer is a million miles from the best camera for an adventure sports person. So what we've done is pick out what we think are the standout cameras in their fields. This may be because they have the most amazing features and specifications, because they're amazing value for what they offer, or because they are just brilliant at the job they've been designed for. 1. Fujifilm X-T2. Fuji's update to the X-T1 may look similar at first glance, but there have been some big improvements, and perhaps the biggest of all is the autofocus. A huge leap forward compared with the system found in the X-T1. AF tracking of moving subjects is very snappy, while the level of sophistication and customization is impressive. At an 8 frames per second burst shooting, a clever, double-hinged rear display, bright EVF, Fuji's excellent 24.3-megapixel X-Trans 3 CMOS sensor, and plenty of body-mounted controls, and you're left with one of the best cameras available today. 2. Canon EOS 5D Mark IV. Canon's 5D series of cameras has a rich heritage. The original EOS 5D brought full-frame photography to the masses. The Mark II unleashed full HD video capture for the first time on a DSLR. And while the Mark III became a firm favorite amongst photographers, the 5D Mark IV pretty much tweaks and improves on everything before it. With a new sensor that delivers pin-sharp results, a 61-point AF system that's incredibly advanced, and some very polished handling, the 5D Mark IV has to be one of the best DSLRs ever. 3. Nikon D500. Nikon has taken their flagship D5 and most of its high-end features and distilled all of it into a smaller, but still very durable metal body. The full-frame sensor is replaced by an 20.9-megapixel APS-C-sized chip, so it hasn't got quite the same resolving power as the D3300, but it does mean the D500 can shoot at a rapid 10 FPS, while the 153-point AF arrangement is perhaps the best autofocus system out there right now. A brilliant all-rounder, it excels at fast action, like sports and wildlife photography. 4. Sony Alpha A7 R21. Once, if you wanted a professional quality full-frame camera, it had to be a Nikon or a Canon. But Sony has changed all that with its mirrorless A7 series, and the A7 R2 is its highest resolution model. Its 42.4-megapixel sensor is second only to the 50-megapixel sensor in the Canon 5DS for resolution, yet the A7 R2 is only 2/3 the size and weight of the Canon. It has a high-resolution electronic viewfinder and 5-axis image stabilization built into the camera body, and the full-time live view gives Sony's A7 series cameras a real advantage for video. 5. Nikon D3300. Nikon's D3400 might have replaced it, but the D3300 is still our top pick when it comes to entry-level DSLRs. Except for improved connectivity, the D3300 is pretty much identical to the D3400 and a bit cheaper. The 24.2-megapixel sensor resolves bags of detail, and like much more expensive Nikon DSLRs, it does away with an anti-aliasing filter to maximize image sharpness. This is also a very easy camera to live with. Thanks to its clever guide mode, it's great for first-time users, as it gives real-time explanations of important features to help you learn as you shoot. 6. Fujifilm X100F. The X100F is a beauty both to look at and to use, but it's not for everyone. It's a relatively large, retro-styled camera with a fixed focal length, 35mm equivalent f2.0 lens, and designed for photographers who hanker after the weighty feel and manual external controls of traditional 35mm rangefinder cameras. It's a relatively specialized camera, and most owners are likely to have other cameras too. It may be a touch pricey, but there's nothing quite like it. It's an exquisite camera to look at and to shoot. 7. Olympus OMD EM1 II. We loved the original EM10 for its size, versatility and value for money, but the EM1 II adds features that take it to another level. The old camera's 3-axis image stabilization system has been upgraded to the 5-axis system in Olympus's more advanced OMD cameras. The viewfinder resolution has been practically doubled, and the continuous shooting speed at 8.5 fps. Some will criticize the smaller micro Four Thirds sensor format, roughly half the area of APS-C, but the effect on image quality is minor, and it means that the lenses are as compact and lightweight as the camera itself. It's small, but it's no toy. The EM1 II is a properly powerful camera. 8. Panasonic Lumix ZS100 or TZ100. Similar in size to earlier ZS or TZ series cameras, Panasonic, however, has managed to squeeze a much larger sensor into the ZS100 or TZ100 outside the US. This enables the pixels to be about 2.4 times bigger than they are in models like the ZS50 or TZ70, and this helps the ZS100 to produce much higher quality images. But the zoom lens isn't quite so extensive. Still, you get an electronic viewfinder that makes it easier to compose images in bright sunny conditions, and in addition to 4K video recording, there's Panasonic's 4K photo mode to help capture 8-megapixel images of fleeting moments. It all adds up to be a powerful compact camera. 9. Canon EOS Rebel T6i. The T6i is known as the 750D in the international market. One of the best entry-level DSLRs out there, the EOS Rebel T6i packs in a 24.2-megapixel sensor that delivers stunning image quality and also receives much improved autofocus and exposure metering systems over Canon's older T5i, as well as built-in Wi-Fi with NFC pairing. Although outwardly similar to its T5i predecessor, that does mean you get the same articulating touchscreen to enjoy, allowing you to navigate the menus and make setting selections with a few taps. The T6i may have just been superseded by the yet-to-be-available EOS Rebel T7i, but with an excellent range of lenses, this is a great entry into the world of DSLR photography. 10. Panasonic Lumix FZ2500. The Panasonic Lumix FZ2500 is known as the FZ2000 in the international market. Our final camera is a bridge camera, a type that we don't normally like very much because the ultra-zoom design forces the makers to use titchy 0.3-inch sensors the same size as those in point-and-shoot cameras. You get the look and feel of a DSLR, but you certainly don't get the image quality. But the Panasonic Lumix FZ2500 is different. It sacrifices a huge zoom range in favor of a much larger 1-inch sensor, a compromise most serious photographers will applaud. While the zoom tops out at 480mm equivalent, which is relatively short for a bridge camera, that's still plenty for all but the most extreme everyday use. We'd certainly sacrifice a little for a zoom range for better and faster optics. We love the FZ2500 because it delivers both image quality and zoom range while also offering full manual and semi-manual controls, the ability to shoot RAW files and 4K video. This brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more videos like this, only from the mainframe. Have a good day.